This is the Tarot, Oracle and Tea Leaf forecast for the week of 19th to 26th of November 2018. First off, a heads up, this December, from now on until the 25th of December, I'm running an amazing little Christmas special where you benefit when you give a gift. So if you give the gift of a shortened version of a soulmate reading to a friend, I will then gift you with a free shortened version of the soulmate reading. Go to the website, you'll see the details there. The link is in the description box below. Then you could also look at what other options there are available. Right, onto your reading. I poured you a cup of tea for the week ahead and I asked, right, so what symbols will help you navigate your way through the week ahead or will show you what's coming up? And I got a teacup full of arrows and little hearts. Now the arrow, traditionally, when you read tea leaves, means that something is headed towards success or you're on the road to success with something in particular, because there's little hearts all over. I think this coming week, matters of the heart. Now, this doesn't necessarily need to be only romance, where it can definitely be romance, but it can also be where you need to feel warm-hearted about friends, about family, about life in general again. It's as if one gets back on the road to that again. Now, I'm not surprised because Venus is going direct or gone direct on 16th of November, today while I'm recording this. So definitely Venus has to do with love and matters of the heart, and it's getting back on track again. So anything which really went off track, which just dwindled, which you didn't know what was happening anymore, just felt off, this week is the week where you can get it back on track again, whether you're looking for new relationships or wanting to fix family relationships, whatever the case may be, things are definitely set to improve in the coming week in the relationship sector, thankfully. The relationship reading for this week, I'll do a tea leaf card fortune-telling reading after this, or tea leaf fortune-telling cards following the relationship reading. But first of all, let's do relationships. Now, these cards this week definitely also speak about general relationships. There's a definite theme of relationship in here. So I think with Venus finally going direct again, there's a lot of relationships that need taking care of this week, and a lot of relationship sort of energy that needs to be redirected or sort of nurtured or set off in the right direction again. So this can apply to those of you looking for relationships or in partnerships and relationships already, committed ones, or even family relationships and partnerships in business, whatever it may be. It's a very strong feeling in this reading. It's safe for you to love, the card says. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and you get the Two of Earth with this. The Two of Earth says, you've perhaps had a little bit too much on your plate lately and you've been running around like a chicken without a head trying to do everything that needs to be done. And somewhere in the midst of all of this, you were aware of the fact you needed to put some energy in your relationships, but you know what? You just haven't had time, or you haven't had the type of quality time you needed. This week it says, if you decide to open your heart this week, not only will it be reciprocated, the kind of energy you put out there, but it is safe to do so. It's a case of people will also be paying attention. Before this, they were probably also all too busy and running around trying to save the day, with things going left, right, and center off the path that they were actually directed on in the beginning. So this week, it's safe. Open your heart to your friends, to your family, to new relationships, even if that's what you're looking for. But try to center yourself as well. Try to do a little bit less this week of all those things that one lines up and puts on one's plate to do. Try to do a bit less and spend a little bit more time in heart energy this week. The Flirt card says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. And the King speaks about being comfortable where you are, knowing you're safe and secure. And that is normally when one can hand out the compliments. And it's that Flirt card says that you're going to have success this week when you hand out compliments, but genuine compliments, okay? So if you want to attract someone new in this week, if you meet someone new, be ready and willing to flirt a little by giving them compliments. It will be hugely successful. And if you need to repair relationships or nurture relationships or get them going again in family or in partnerships or with your committed partner, then just use a little bit of flirting in the way of saying complimentary things to them this week. You will find it will be very, very successful. And then that final card, express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, along with the Empress card, says it's a week for relationships being nurtured. The energy you put into relationships, the affection you show people, when you nurture your relationships this week, they will come right. They will grow, they will flourish. The same goes for those of you that meet somebody new this week. Be prepared to, don't let the shyness, don't let reticence, don't let fear, don't let all those things hold you back. Be open with the person, be complimentary, show the person that you appreciate them in a genuine way. And this will help to nurture relationships this week. There's a very, very big energy of nurturing relationships. I think in this Venus retrograde, they felt sort of like plants that didn't get water and fertilizer. And this is the week to give your relationships, be they new ones, if you're looking for them, or existing ones. It's time to give them, metaphorically speaking, the water and the nutrients to grow and flourish again. You will be very successful if you do that. There's that kind of energy around this week. Right, now the tea leaf fortune telling cards. I felt very pushed this week to do kind of a bigger spread, as if there was a bigger story with lots of facets to it. And once I pulled the cards, I saw that is really the case. It starts off with lobster, which says financial pinch, and shield, which you need to defend yourself. And then the ladder, before the ladder you get the egg, which is success assured with good plans and hard work. So a lot of you that are listening to this applies to you. You felt the pinch. You felt the pinch in some area of your life where financially you weren't making ends meet, or it was very difficult to do so. That shield card says you've needed to defend yourself. In other words, you needed to shore up, you've needed to negotiate, you needed to wrangle to get yourself through this crunch, this financial crunch. It's applicable for a lot of you, but maybe not for all of you. The egg says success assured with good plans and hard work. If you strategize now where that financial pinch is concerned, you will find you will be very successful. Look, Venus being retrograde would hugely have affected finances as well. She is also responsible for luxury, for gain. So this is where you might have felt it was very difficult, like you were walking through molasses trying to get your finances sorted. But now, if you're practical about it, there seems to be that element. You need to strategize, you need to make a plan, you need to budget. You will be successful because the ladder card says you are climbing towards success. So perhaps this is the life lesson that came with Venus retrograde. We needed to sort of think again very clearly about what it is we really need and what we really want, and we need to budget around that. The apple says temptation will test you. Always the universe will see, have you learned this lesson? Have you discovered what this lesson is about? Because there will be problems to be resolved. Okay, so it's not like it's over. Normally when a planet goes retrograde, like Venus, she goes back over, when she goes direct again, she's going back over old stuff. So there might be a few of those issues that you had during the Venus retrograde coming up again. And it's a case, it seems, of the universe is checking, did you see the first time around what I was trying to tell you? And it'll be small problems, but because you've got that assured success, the egg card and the ladder, you are assured success if you stick to your plans and your budget at the moment. Then, that last line is very interesting with the last few cards. The ring says a marriage will take place either romantic or business. So there's either partnerships coming up for a lot of you, but for some of you, somebody will propose this week. Once again, Venus turning direct can be quite responsible for that. Also, this time of year is the time of year when people like to propose. So for some of you, that is the case. There is marriage in the stars for you, or some kind of deep commitment or a partnership with someone. There's dealings or relationship with an older man here. And then there's a bird flying. News is on the way. For some of you, are you getting engaged to an older man? Will you meet an older man who you will later marry? Who has that kind of stability, perhaps, that you were looking for in the last few months. And then the caterpillar says things will not always be this way, a change is coming. So the The hardships we have endured, especially financially, through this Venus retrograde is about to change. Now, things will ease up. The caterpillar emerges to the butterfly, so it's just sort of that changing stage. It's not the butterfly yet, but there is light at the end of this tunnel. And for many of you, it seems there will be wedding bells very soon too, or you will be meeting somebody with whom there could be wedding bells in the not too distant future. Right, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you would like a personal private reading, I'm just going to repeat again, or that amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via the links in the description box below. You can either email or go to the website and book or purchase a reading. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And also to those of you that are sharing my videos, a very, very special thank you. I truly appreciate it.